Okay guys, so in this video I'm going to talk about my under 250 gram 5-inch build here. This is the Hyperlite Floss, the original one, the Floss 1, with the 5-inch arms for the 13, 14 size motors. So it's got, I think it's a 12 millimeter hole pattern with the M2 hole screws. And the motors I got on here are the BBB 1606 3500 kV motors. So as you can see here, it's just under 250 grams with everything, including the battery that I flew with. This is a 4S high volt Luminaire 500 milliamp hour battery. And it's an okay battery, but it's light, and that's what if you want to get under 250 grams, that's what you got to do. So you can see here, without the battery, it's 182.5 grams. But yeah, this is kind of an experimental build for me. I tried to do a floss build a while back with some 2205 Emax motors. That was pretty heavy and didn't fly all that great, so I never actually did a full video on that one. I did have these BBB motors lying around on that 3-inch build that didn't fly all that great. So they're 1606 3500 kV. They ran pretty hot on the 3-inch setup, and I was only flying it on 3S, so this is kind of amazing. I'm now flying this on a 5-inch prop on 4S, and it actually ran cooler than it did on a 3-inch prop on 3S. So I can't explain that. It's kind of weird. I was expecting this motor to run really hot. This actually has a reputation of running very hot, but I mean, it was a cool day and everything. But it didn't actually run that warm. On 3S, I flew on 3S and it was actually cool. It didn't get warm at all. And on 4S, it just got a little bit warm. So I think maybe I could even go to a 3-bladed prop instead of using these 2-bladed. These are the Diatone 5030 props. Just other parts here. I got the Foxier Micro Predator, and I've got an XM Plus FreeSky receiver here, just zip tied to the little top plate. And the star of the show really is going to be this flight stack. It's the HGLRC F438 with the TX20 V2. So it's got a 20 amp or a 350 milliwatt video transmitter on top there, an F4 flight controller with Betaflight OSD, and the 4-in-1 AC goes up to, I think it's 38 amps. I think it's actually 33 amp 4-in-1 AC with a burst to 38 amps. And I did a review on this one. I'll put a card in the corner if you want to see that video. Put the little capacitor in the back here. I have a little zip tie. So I have a capacitor here with this heat shrink that goes around the back standoff that holds that in place. Then I stuck a zip tie through underneath the bottom here, and the VTX antenna is heat shrunk to that, so everything stays out of the props. So if you guys are curious of how this is built, that's some of the build techniques. Standard Pyro Drone battery strap on the bottom here. I got my battery connector zip tied to the arm. Yeah, I mean, this is not a super fast flyer. I mean, there's a lot of 5-inch drones that'll fly faster than this. But if you're looking to build something under 250 grams with the battery, of course, all of you guys out there in regulation countries, or this is strictly regulated, you might want to check this out. It flies okay. It flies pretty nice on 3S. I think it's pretty quiet. I flew it at the park. I even flew this at the park in 4S. It's a little bit faster, but it's obviously not going to be a speed demon because it's kind of on the light side, smaller motors and everything. So this was just kind of an experimental build. Just wanted to see how things would turn out, and I kind of like it. I like the fact that it's super light, and it's a little bit floaty in terms of handling. But it's something, not anything you can't get used to. I think I could totally get used to this if I flew it a little bit more, and I think I actually probably will be taking it to the park and flying it more in the future. So that's just my ultralight under 250 gram build. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.